My child, there is a calling that doesn't start with recognition, a platform, or even clarity. The darkness is where everything starts. It starts with the quiet. It starts when everything seems to be the same on the outside, but something has already altered inside of you. There you are at this moment. Even if you haven't yet seen the triumph, with your own eyes, I have already called your name in a whisper across the sky. Even though you haven't entered the open door yet, I've already placed your feet so they are ready. Although you haven't received any public acclaim, you have been marked by me and distinguished by a calling that existed before the world ever recognized you. I choose you before anyone else could see what I was doing, before the evidence, before the when. Not as pressure, but as a sense of purpose. I want you to feel the weight of it, to affirm your faith type 111, and forward this video to 7 people who trust in God. The reaction to your accomplishment was never a call, because I see what others do not. You were called long before it. It's not a halt in your tail, even if you feel like everything is stretched, suspended and motionless right now. It's a prelude to my design. Winning the struggle is not the start of the true calling, my dear. It starts long before the water separates, before the walls collapse, and long before the trumpet blows. I utter your name authoritatively, as if the victory has already been won. Even though it starts while your heart is still shaking with doubt, your hands are still empty and no one is around. Because it has, in my opinion. You have been looking for indications that I am close. You've pleaded for proof that the pledge is still valid. You've been waiting for a shift that will show you're still on course. However, I am not the God who communicates in accordance with the tempo of your environment. It is not a suggestion when I summon you. I am the God who speaks from eternity. It serves as a base. This truth is so firmly rooted in my spirit that it cannot be undone by any worldly delay, apparent deficiency, or locked door. Type 222. If you believe God is working in your life right now, your love and support mean everything to us as we continue sharing God's message of hope, faith, and blessings. If this message has touched your heart, we humbly invite you to show your gratitude by giving at least $120 super thanks each month. Your generosity helps us create more uplifting content that inspires souls and brings people closer to God. By clicking the super thanks button below, you're not just supporting our work, you're becoming a part of this divine mission to spread God's love to those who need it most. Thank you for your kindness. Stay blessed, stay joyful, and may God's grace always be with you. What hasn't changed is irrelevant. What hasn't opened yet is irrelevant. My calling on your life is assured by what my spirit already knows, not postponed by what your eyes are unable to perceive. I called you without waiting for you to be ready. I am the one who prepares you, which is why I summoned you. Now the tense situation you're in, the silent compliance, the unseen preparation. This is sacred territory. It's possible that you mistook this season for darkness, slowness, or stillness. However, I want you to understand that now is the time when I have the greatest faith in you. After you trust in me before the promise is realized, not after it is. Real trust is when you answer my voice, when no one else around you agrees. That's the real calling. That's where I meet you with a presence that changes, rather than just visits. You're not waiting for someone to call you. Someone has already phoned you. When the triumph isn't evident, the true issue is whether you will still respond. That's when the biggest turning occurs. My kid, even if you don't perceive the miracle, you can still make progress toward it. When you decide to go on in the silence, not when you hear the acclaim. This is the furnace of transformation. This is the fire that seals identification. Real authority is born at this unseen altar. Many people approached me for influence, favors, and effect. Type 333. If you trust in God's plan for your future, however few realize that I lead by being invisible. Before I exert influence, not to punish, but to preserve the integrity of your mission. Because I love you too much to give you the power of covert obedience. Before I give you the weight of triumph, and you have been on that path, my dear, faithfully, but not flawlessly, not without suffering, but not giving up. There have been locations where you've stayed that seemed empty when nothing appeared to change. You prayed despite not witnessing the results. You have obeyed in light of that. I tell you now, I have witnessed everything. You haven't squandered everything. You've carried not even a second, not even a tear, not a single prayer in silence. I've seen you choose me without asking for anything in return, when it would have been simpler to compromise. I have seen you walk with integrity. I have seen how completely you have surrendered, and I have not turned away. Because I do my most profound work right here, in the seasons of consecration, not during the festivities, in the darkness where your yes continues to burn. Even when no one else can see it, rather than in the radiance of satisfaction. This calling on your life is not a simple one. It's not typical. Destiny weighs heavily on it. Eternity permeates it indeed. There is a cost. I walk a route that seems longer, deeper and narrower than others, with the people I call before the wind. I am closer to them than they have ever experienced, not because I am far away, Type 555 if you are ready to welcome God's miracles into your life. It is not punishment to choose the narrow road. It is evidence that I am creating in you something that will hold up. When the breakthrough occurs, I understand that it seems like you are standing still while everyone else is going. I am aware that as you sit in quiet, others appear to get answers. You're not behind, however. We don't forget you. I don't see you as invisible. You're in sync. You're at your place. You're ready, and that's the most powerful place you could possibly be, my love. Your current reality is that you are summoned prior to the triumph, not after it, not as a result of it, however, as the cause of it. And I elevate those who respond to that call, those who choose me in the unseen, who trust me in the quiet, who obey me in the straining. I bring them up with strength, depth, and unstealing truth. And you are being raised by me. I am aware of how exhausted you are in your spirit, as well as your body, the kind of fatigue that results from carrying too much, too long by yourself, rather than from accomplishing too much. You've tried your hardest to stay true, even when it seemed like the sky had fallen silent. You continued to walk, pray, and believe. You have made an effort to be strong in situations when no strength has been provided in return. Type 666. If you know God's love is endless, and I have seen it even if no one else has, I saw that you aspired to experience something new. Every morning when you woke up, every night I watch you lay down and wonder whether whatever you're doing really counts. I saw you when you continued to trust me because you couldn't let go of me, not because you saw results. I want you to be absolutely confident that you have never let me down. You've had self-doubt. Your timing has been called into question. Your voice has been questioned. However, I haven't looked at you with dismay. I have regarded you with dignity, with honor, with an enduring, profound love that is impervious to weakness. You've not failed. You are not in error. I'm not attempting to solve your issue. I am preparing you as a vessel. I am walking with you like a kid. I have decided to bear the invisible till it materializes in your heart. Lord, what do you think of me? Is a question you have asked me in your private times, and you have waited for an indication that I am still happy with you, sometimes during protracted silences. Type 777. If you are ready to welcome God's blessings today, now let me express it as plainly as heaven can communicate to earth. I take pleasure in you. Please subscribe to support our channel and turn on bell notification.